Good morning, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium. If you hear lawnmowers and leaf blowers, sometimes this helps. It sort of blocks it out. But if you do ignore it, they have their schedule. I have my schedule, which is kind of what the video's about this morning. Strange to think of it. Let's see, this Sunday on the 19th of September, we have a free healing class, Sunday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's a free healing class. September 26th is a self-healing class. Register on the website, GaryChampion.com. There's not too many people in that yet. But if I don't get enough, I'll probably cancel it. Self-healing works. I'll show you how to acquire the energy that's there for everybody to use and use it on yourself or other people. If you have someone who's sick, works very well. If you have children who are hurting, anyway, pretty universal healing technique that you can. And I've been researching that lately. I don't know why. I haven't done it before, but looking at the different forms of energy healing, and I don't see mine in there anywhere. I don't. Which again ties into the video I'm doing today. October 3rd, gallery readings. Skype, register on the website, GaryChampion.com. Anyway, this is about, is it good to have a plan? These guys showed up right on time. I don't know what time they start, 7 or 7:30, something like that. They unloaded their mowers. They did everything preparatory they needed to do, put their mask on to keep the grass from whatever they do. You can watch them out here, a bunch of nice guys. And that's their plan. And they intend on doing this neighborhood until about 4 this afternoon. Even if they're done, they'll sit in their trucks and leave at 4 o'clock. Or if they stay late. Anyway, that's the plan. Get the grass cut, get all the edging done, trim the hedges, whatever they've got to do, pick up newspapers. For some reason, some newspaper office keeps dropping newspapers in the neighborhood. No one reads them. They just sit there and kill the grass, so we have to go out and pick them up. Anyway, they have a plan. And I must say over the years that people used to ask me what the plan was. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but guys get it a lot. It's usually from a girl. At some point in dating, she'll say, "What's the plan here?" Means, are we dating for a while? Are we getting engaged? Are we going to get married? Are we going to buy a house? Or what's the plan here? And believe me, guys, the guy's supposed to have the plan. Women don't like men who don't have a plan. Now, they may disagree with the plan. They may alter the plan. They may change it in a lot of ways. You can be sure that's going to happen. But they like a guy that has a plan because they have an agenda. They want to get married. They want to have children. They want whatever mom raising children, dogs, cats. That's the woman's plan. The guy's plan involves a lot of things. He's got to have a plan. And any girl, or say a woman, that's ever asked me if there's a plan, I always say, does there look like there's a plan here? Look around. Look where I live. A little tiny apartment most of my life. There's no plan here. Plan is to do whatever I can do today and then get up tomorrow and do that. That's the plan. Not much of a plan. And guys, if a woman asks you if there's a plan and you don't have one, she's probably not going to be around very long. Because I was single for a long time. I don't know, 30 years, maybe more. Because they always ask, do you have a plan? Do you own your own home? Where do you work? What's your job? How much do you make? Blah, blah, blah. That's part of the plan. That's their plan. What issues do you have? If they can find those out, that always helps. Although it's not a deal breaker. Do you love your mother? I don't know. Do you do drugs? They have a plan. They just don't. They want you to think they don't have a plan. But all women have a plan. And if you don't have one, they're more likely to go find a guy that does have a plan. Women like a guy with a plan. You don't have a plan, you don't have a woman. Is it good to have a plan? Chart your life. I had one when I was younger. I mean, long time ago. I was 16. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get a degree. I'm going to do this for a living. I'm going to blah, 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 blah. I'll go to graduate school. I had this plan, which got abandoned real quickly. It's hard to have a plan when you're medium. As instant, and for those of you studying to be a medium, having a plan is really stupid. It's not even on the chart. Why? Plans are restrictive. Plans are restrictive. You can't change for around here hourly. Every 30 minutes something strange happens and everything shifts to that. That's my plan. Whatever plan the other side has in telling me something, that's the plan. Started out as a psychic medium, began working a long time ago in the field, and then I discovered I could talk to animals. I tacked that on. And you've heard the story. It's one thing after another. I can hold objects and read them. I can do gallery readings. I can. It's an evolutionary thing with most mediums. And mediums who have a plan don't usually evolve. Evolution in this field depends upon you not having a plan, because it's restrictive. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. In this field, you let things happen, and I think it probably applies to every job and every person out there. I know it from this direction, that plans are restrictive, so you don't evolve into things that you could evolve into because you're not listening for it. You think, this is it, this is my life, I'm going to plop down in this chair, I'm going to do that job, come home, sit in this chair and drink a beer and watch the game. That's your plan. Plans restrict you to being the same, and men tend to be the same over and over again. Women change every 5 minutes. So plan's really stupid. That's what I'm saying. That as I wander through the world, if I restrict myself to a plan, then I can't shift. I can't change. I wouldn't have got out on the road and done fairs. I would have just stayed in town and done local fairs and whatever was available, do readings. I wouldn't have shifted to that. I wouldn't have shifted to doing virtual work, which is what mostly I do now. People come by for a reading or healing every now and then, but it's basically virtual work until this pandemic is over. But I shifted to it without knowing. In other words, all of a sudden, I said, I think I'm going to do some videos. And I started doing videos, and then we got the idea to do some free readings, and we got the idea to do some free healings. but it occurred organically. I didn't have to think about it. I don't have that kind of brain. I don't think from A to B to C to D. I just got A, and then maybe I get X, and then P, and then T, and L, and O, and whatever. It's not, and there's chaos, really. But evolve as I should is more concerns me more than anything else. So by not having a plan, you evolve differently. But I'm not saying people with a plan get to where they're going. I give them that. I mean, it will get you from point A to point B in a timely manner, and you'll have a career and a wife and children and a house and all of that. But I think you're restricting yourself. Plans are restrictive. Organically evolving into something is not. You don't know what's coming. I don't know what's coming tomorrow. I have some indications, but they don't, believe it or not, they don't tell me. You think I'd know but about myself, but I don't ever ask. That's the reason they don't tell me. If I ask, I'm sure they would tell me. If I said, what's coming next, and they said television, I'd be surprised. But I just sort of let it happen. It's like Mick Jagger and Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger crafts a song in a certain way, writes the lyrics, and then keeps it within his range, and then he has all these things he does. There's a bridge, and then there's a chorus, and then that's not me. Keith Richards says it just happens. I don't know how it happens. Went to sleep one night, woke up, turned on a tape recorder, picked up his guitar and started playing. Put the guitar down, went back to sleep. The tape ran out. He had to put new batteries in it in the morning and play it. And it was da 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 da. Satisfaction, their first biggest hit. He wrote it in his sleep. I was watching a video about John Mellencamp. Someone was interviewing him on television about it's 2014, I think, about his newest album. And one guy astutely started asking questions about writing songs, and he said, I don't write them. He said, I'm channeling. I sit down to write a song, and it comes to me. I write everything out. I can hardly write it fast enough to get it done. The information's coming so quickly. Pick up the guitar, play a few chords, write some words down. Pretty soon there's a song in a short period of time. All of his songs were written that way. Who would you rather be? Would you rather be Mick Jagger, who takes months and months to write a song, then he's got to rehearse it, everybody has to know their part? Or would you rather be John Mellencamp, who just sits down and a song comes out? The band, I mean, and all the parts have to be fit in. He has a violin player, he has a bass player. They all kind of pick their parts, and then there's some background singing, and they all divide that up. Really, in an hour, they can have a song. Do so many of those, go in and make an album. Which would you rather do? If you're a real person, you want to be Mick Jagger, because everything you understand, things are solid. I start out writing a song with the lyrics. He sits down and writes some lyrics or something he's interested in, or something that may have happened to him. Not easy to do, and make it rhyme and have so many words in it where the notes add up with you see what I'm talking about. It's not easy. It's complicated. The guy that just sits down and, okay, the song just comes out. Real easy. And top 10 songs. He went on to talk about it. I don't want to bore you with it, but Mick Jagger plan, John Mellencamp no plan. Both successful. Just which do you want? I say, from my standpoint, a plan locks you into something you have to do. I've got to do this. I've got to go to the bank. I've got to whatever. got to invest in the building, whatever all that is for a business. In many cases, you're restricted by the brain power you have. That's no plan. You don't have a plan. It's genetics. Whatever brain power you're born with, and how you develop it as a child into an adult. Because people with 100 IQ, which is not high, that's low, can do amazing things. And I tend to think it's because they don't have a plan. They wander from one thing to another. They have a great idea. Imagination, in that case, is more important than IQ. People don't believe that, but I know a lot of high IQ people that can't tie their shoes. The guy with a lower IQ and imagination, he can do just pretty much anything, if he believes it. Anyway, a little video about plan. Let's say, I'm going to say, that it's much better to have a purpose. A general purpose, because plans are restrictive. I didn't have the idea to become a medium. I was 6, my grandmother died, she was sitting right there next to me, less than a foot away, and she died. She passed the other side. And from that moment till this moment, I've been a medium. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't study it, I didn't earn it, I didn't go to school. It just happened. Setting the stage for everything else. My purpose from the age of 6, without me really knowing it, was to be a psychic medium. That was my purpose, because I didn't have a plan. I had a plan into college, and it fell apart real quickly. Because I couldn't get away from being a psychic medium. I often said things that made no sense, easy to get fired that way, which is my history. I've been fired for more jobs than any of you will ever have. So why? Because I'm not there. So the plan went in the trash can real quick. The purpose never did. Having a purpose is forever, unless you decide to shift purpose. If you have the skills to do multiple things, I want to be a studio musician working for some record company doing recordings. No, don't have the ability. I'm too old to learn them. Having a general purpose or an idea of who you want to be, for me, is always the best bet. With a plan, without a plan, it doesn't matter. The purpose succeeds. You want to be a gymnast? It's a great purpose. And everything you do, you put all your energy into it. If you have a plan, it can keep you from evolving into the gymnast you're supposed to be. Believe it or not, the other side has a say in how you evolve, if you're listening. Even if you're not listening, even if you hate psychic mediums and have no ability yourself, they're still guiding you, and your subconscious is still hearing them, and you're still acting on it, whether you want to or not. It's like that day that a woman screams at her child and says, "Oh my gosh, I've become my mother." Raised with your mother, she influences you till the day you die. Good or bad, that's the way it is. It's sort of like that. Subconscious doesn't require a plan. Subconscious requires a purpose. And what's driving most people is your subconscious, not their conscious. They think they're in control, but actually the subconscious is driving everything. Plan or purpose. Don't restrict yourself to what you think is going on. Have a purpose. I want to be a car mechanic. Set about learning how to be a car mechanic. Apprentice buy some old cars, fix them up, sell them, go to work for another shop. Maybe you want to do transmissions, you learn transmissions. Maybe you want to do the seats, you want to be a custom interior guy. That can evolve into anything. Wanting to be a car mechanic can evolve into small engine repair. It can evolve into diesel engine repair. It can evolve into owning a store that sells those things or tools to repair those things. A lot of careers in that, but start out with a purpose. And where it evolves, don't restrict yourself. Don't have a specific plan. I know people all around the country who see this are going to say, that's just crap. That's not true. You got to have a plan, man. You got to have a plan. No, you don't. You can evolve naturally and end up exactly where you want to be because you didn't restrict yourself from trying different things that would get you there. When you have a plan, you restrict that which you'll do. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Saying no is a lot of what a plan is. Having no restrictions and a purpose, you say yes a lot. I've always said, but I'm standing on a corner and I saw this in a vision from the other side. Standing on the corner, it's kind of dark. There's a street lamp up here on the corner, and it's a corner, and there's a telephone pole there. They've stuck a lamp on it. And a bus comes by, a big bus, and it stops, and the door goes, shh, opens, and I get on the bus. I saw that when I was young. That means get on the bus, stupid. Don't say no. I don't even care where the bus is going. I don't. It's going someplace I've never been, and that's where I need to go. Keep going to the same places, nothing changes. And evolution is all about change. Having a plan, not much evolving there, unless you change your plan to something less restrictive, like a purpose. Okay, talked enough. Free healing session, September 19th. Free healing, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. September 26th, I have a self-healing class. Register online, GaryChampion.com. Very few people in that one. If I don't get enough people, I'll just cancel it. October 3rd, gallery readings, a virtual gallery reading class where we use Skype, and I'll have all your pictures, and you can all see me and each other. And I'll just do gallery readings like you would if it was in person. Very, very informative. And that means that whoever's in the class can see other people's stuff as well. I mean, you can hear it and you can see what's being said, and something that is for them might apply to you. Say, well, I didn't know that, So it's very informative, and a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a Halloween seance, October 31st, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Anyway, a bunch of stuff. I think I put too much stuff on there because I'm confusing it. Anyway, I'm doing haunted houses again, which I haven't done. I had the idea since Halloween's coming up that if you have things that go bump in the night in your house and you live in this area, I'll drive out there and sit down and tell you who's there and why they're there. Very informative. People learn a lot from those, and it's kind of campy and fun. Thanks for watching my videos and showing up and to help other people for the free classes. Thanks for showing up. It's a lot of fun, and we enjoy it. Bunny and I and Peanut have a lot of fun. Well, it's hard to tell with him. He smiles a lot, but you never know what he's exactly smiling about. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.